Fancy Searles. I am the operating partner here at Chick-fil-A Rock Creek Crossing. I work with Megan. I've been working with her, I think, close to over 4 years, and I'm looking forward to all those questions you're going to ask me.
Okay. So our first question is, what do you think is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life. So that's really deep, Megan. So for me, the meaning of life is really, if you go based on facts, two people love each other and they create life together, and that is, we have a purpose for that. For instance, like I'll use myself for example. Like I married my husband. We've been married for over, I think, 18 years now. For me, when I was younger, meaning of life, I thought I was just working really, really hard and grinding and all that stuff. But when I met him, I actually learned what the meaning of life means. It's my purpose. To be a wife, to be a fearing of God, and to be a great mother for my children. So that for me is the meaning of life there. So it's really purpose.
Okay, it's beautiful. How do you feel about the choices you've made so far in life, and do you have any regrets?
No regrets. Everything happens for a reason. I have no regrets. So I learned a lot when I was really young. So like my parents are, immigrants, as you know, Megan. They're immigrants. They came to the States undocumented. We had a lot of challenges, especially when I was young. I had to, and a lot of usually immigrant kids, they go through a lot. Like my parents never spoke any English. So at a young age, I think I was maybe between 7 or 8 years old, I had to learn how to read legal documents for them. I had to translate, write checks, but balance their accounts at such a young age, because my parents, they didn't have the opportunities I did. They didn't go to school. They didn't know how to read or write. So I learned a lot from them. I don't regret any of it because I use a lot of my skills such a young age that now I'm leading hundreds of team members like yourself, Megan, and the other ones are here, to really teach them to work really hard, but also take time to really help serve others.
Have you ever questioned your existence?
My existence? No. Like I said, I don't question it. Like I said, things happen for a reason. So like my parents, they had their babies, as me included. I didn't ask to be here, but I do believe I have a purpose in this world. From being a great mom to my kids, be a great leader within Rock Creek Crossing, leading you and others around me, to really be a positive influence here at Rock Creek or wherever I am at.
Does the idea of death scare you?
The idea of death? No, but I do think about it a lot. When I was younger, it was just me and myself and I'm like, whatever, But now that I have a family of my own, I have my sons, I have my husband, death doesn't scare me, but I know it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. The only thing I could do is do my best, and then really make sure my children, my husband are okay. From making sure I have life insurance. We have money aside for them, and my husband does the same thing for me too, because it's gonna happen eventually. But we're gonna do our best to, do our best here in this world. So.
If you were to die tomorrow, how would you live today differently?
Today differently? I'm still gonna do the same thing. I'm still gonna do the same. I guess I learned a lot of my work ethic from my parents, a lot. So, I think I'm still gonna work. So I've always been like that ever since such a young age. I think I'm just gonna work until the last second. So I did the same thing when I had my sons. I was working till last second until I gave birth to them, and after 2 days I went back to work because I love that. I feel like that is my purpose. It's just I want my sons to see that me and the husband work really hard to provide for them and to really better our family and also the community we're serving. So I'm just gonna be the same old me.
Okay. And what makes your life worth living?
My life worth living. I always live it every day. I'm yeah, I always live every day with purpose. So like I don't think about like I should do more or better. I just do the best I can each day. So I teach that to my sons a lot, and hopefully I do that towards you got to Brock Creek here at the organization. Just do your best every day. Don't settle for being mediocrity or anything like that. Just do your best. Yeah.
And then our last question is going back to that first question. What's your meaning of life? So personally, what's your meaning of life?
My meaning of life. Oh, that's a great question. So like I mentioned, like my first question, just like God gave us life. So like I just do whatever I can to really, because God, He's always first and foremost, for especially me and my husband. So like we do our best to what God tells us, like in the Bible, like be a great person. Make sure you're a positive influence around to the people you're around, regardless of my situation. Like everybody has like life is lifing, and I do my best to really be a positive influence, even though like I have a lot of issues at home. My children are driving me nuts, but yeah, that's my meaning of life. Life keeps on going regardless. So.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Nancy, for your
Pleasure,
time.
Megan.